And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the patch 4.4 main story. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in the Rising Stones in Mordona, and we need to talk to Elise. So let's see what she has for us. So the first quest is called Sisterly Act. Elise is impatiently fussing with her link pearl. So, oh Mithrie, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Y'shtola is still investigating primals in the Far East, Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alpha Node is still out there somewhere. So, there's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls, and all the while I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. So, begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. And the gods for that, we have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan Resistance concerning the whereabouts of Lord Zerno's remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. At the foremost authorities on our foe, as the foremost authority of foe, your Order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we would be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say that this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. No. Never. I can't be bothered. There you have it, we accept the invitation. Thank you, the time and the date of the meeting will be shared in due course. But I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo, by your leave. So, I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would be still better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Sorry, I just had to double read that. Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Ryal? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could and make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Mithrie and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway. There's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. I mean, yeah. Okay, so we need to go to the Alamegan quarter. So let's go. I was going to basically just talk about the teleporting in this game. Okay, here we go. So hopefully it won't be too difficult to find where we're going. Okay, down here. Here we go. Here's Fancred. So, you two are a sight for sore eyes. Now, all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Gulp.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. And Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
understand? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Cool. Right, so let's talk to Elise. So, loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trial goes cold. Or trail, I should say. I propose we first pay Hein a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Y'shtola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Y'shtola. Okay, so let's find Y'shtola. Yisht. So we should go there. We have a long flight ahead of us. I'm just happy that it was a bit late, but I did finally get them flying unlocked in every zone. And I can see as well in 4.4 they've added certain things. So you can now filter and see what achievements you have available in the current areas. Which that wasn't there before. It's sort of, you know, the quality of life changes. Okay. So I'm assuming we need to go and see Lord Hien. And then we'll see if we can grab an airship or someone and go to the burn. I've always liked this mount, but I still need to get the other primal mounts as well at some point. Okay, so here we are. Let's take this boat. Okay. Go. Righty, righty. I've always, since A Realm Reborn came out, enjoyed the story to the max. Read out every single word and so on. Didn't skip any cutscenes, nothing. It does make me sad in a way when I see other players do just spam click through it. But whatever. People choose to play the games however they like. Okay, here's Y'shtola. Yisht. So, that is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well, two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much of a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the aspected crystal that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Makote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an Aether-infused object of worship, it's possible to conduct the summoning. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asashi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of the crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was whoever brought into being. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals. As if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Has something happened to Alphanode? Gotta love the weather effects in this game. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Y'shtola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Elise puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kind Can. Okay. The reason why I hesitate with certain pronunciations of names is because I don't want to be offensive with the way I read it in case I read it wrong. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes. So greetings, my friend. Elise has explained all to me. Needless to say that you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphino's trail does lead it to the burn of all places. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so the next quest is called Feel the Burn. So Hien is mulling over the details of Alphino's Link Pearl call. So the region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of Aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that the primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse of future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reasons why Alpha Node might have gone there? Aye, mischance, though it lies en route to Gala mode, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Elise. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distance involved, it's best we went by bird. Mithrie and I have our Yols. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce there's an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Okie dokie, I can do that. So let's go to the House of the Fierce. Okay, well let's just teleport, save ourselves some time. Oh. Sorry, it's been a while. Okay, there we go. So if everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 miles in any direction. Take care you do not lose your way. Cool. So I didn't even realize that the burn was actually a dungeon. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye bye.